Oh, looks like we're live. Alright, cool.
Cool.
So hi everyone, I'm Keewy. Skelecat here. Yeah, okay,
Yeah, it's me.
And, this is OmniBus, 80%. Yeah, so we started here in about 5 seconds. So about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, cool. This is the first level. It involves smashing through all the tombs and collecting the treasure. Not all of them, I guess, but enough to satisfy the tomb hater himself.
It's a very good introductory level. Gets you used to the mechanics.
One of my favorite mechanics is accidentally flipping after hitting an object, as well as the bumpers, as you can see there.
Yep. Very consistent mechanics in this game.
Right. Now we're on to the next level, where you get to skydive out of a plane to collect your license.
Every bus should get their skydiving license, by the way. Very important skill to have.
Right. I'm also going to collect the hat back here. There was a donation incentive, I believe, for hats, but it wasn't quite met. So I'm just going to choose a hat that I feel like. I'm also going to watch this cutscene that we normally skip, so that way it equips the hat automatically. Now this is where the game introduces you to platforming and the like.
It's probably the best bus driving platforming game there is.
I cannot think of one better off the top of my head, to be honest. Alright, nice. Now for everyone who's interested in Tony Hawk games, this game has its own version. Quite a feat where you bump around and do flips. Alright, that's good. I was a little worried about landing that for a second.
Yeah, that landing can be a little tricky.
Alright, and now we have to deliver this rocket up into the sky, as they do not seem to have their own method of launching it.
This first world's really, like, random with all the missions that they have you do.
Right, but it's all for a good cause, because now we're allowed to enter Cityland, USA.
Yep.
Now this is Cerbus. Cerbus' gimmick is that it likes to tip over if you turn too quickly. Oh, okay. That statue there has some weird properties where if you hit it at, I'm not sure if it's a certain angle, speed, or what, but the statue sometimes just likes to not break.
Yeah, sometimes the physics are really weird and you can just get stuck on things for some reason.
Physics in this game are perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sorry, they're perfect.
Alright. And that was the shortest mission of the game. All we have to do is knock the head off of the statue. And now we're going to knock a bonobo off of a very well-designed building. Get a little extra speed right at the beginning to make this go a bit quicker. You can actually go across that there quite a few more times to build up more speed. That of course makes it a lot more difficult, and also I messed that up. That's my bad. There we go, nice and easy.
Yeah, the faster you go, you go faster, but also it makes it a lot harder to dodge all these bumpers.
Definitely. It's worth mentioning that your turning radius is always the same, no matter what speed you're going.
Yeah,
Well,
just in case you've never seen the game before, you can't like slow down or anything. You just keep going forward.
Alright. Now we need to collect $1 million for the Mafia by busting this bank. Alright, good. That bank there can be pretty finicky, in which after you hit it, it likes to send you flying off and spinning at whatever direction it chooses. So it's very nice that I managed to land quite quickly.
Yeah, a lot of the skill in running this game just comes from knowing how to handle all the random physics.
Right, right.
Just being prepared for whatever situation it gives you.
Right, and there we go. Now we're on to the Doombus level. The Doombus is a unstoppable rampaging bus that's causing havoc for the city, so the police enlist you to take it out. You do so the only way you know, by driving through it.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good first hit. The stage does have a bit of risk involved, as you can easily land on your back in this level after a hit, which means you have to reset.
Yeah, there's no no checkpoints or anything in any of these levels, so if you fall over once, you just gotta restart the whole level.
Right, it's very arcadey in that sense.
Yeah. That was definitely a good Doombus, though.
Now we're on the moon, which is also in the United States. The wonderful USA. Here we are introduced to the gravity bus, which has the ability to, well, control gravity, actually. You could flip around and then gravity will always be pulled towards the bottom of the bus. As you can see here, I could actually bring myself upwards into the sky by controlling gravity. In space, of course, because there's gravity in space.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with the gravity bus.
Alright. And the reason we skip ahead to that level is to combine the bus unlock cutscene with the level unlock cutscene. Saves another about, what, 4 seconds maybe?
Yeah, something like that. You do that on World 2 and 3.
Yep. And now, as part of the wondrous deep lore of the game, the Mafia is helping us get out into space after the police are onto us for the for robbing a bank.
Yeah, that's why we're escaping into space.
All right, and this level is fairly straightforward. You spin around in circles, going around, and brief shout out to the ice cream cone hat right here.
Ice cream cone's a pretty good hat.
It is one of my favorites in the game, actually. Alright, and then this level is a slightly stressful level. You have to collect corns on the moon. And while you're doing so, little bumper crops will pop up in predetermined areas if you drive over them. That can make it very dangerous, because if you so much as touch the glass, for the most part in these levels, the glass will break, sending you flying off into space, and thus having to restart the level.
Yeah, this level's really unforgiving.
Whew. That was actually kind of close. It's
There's
also
an achievement in the game for hitting a bumper and still beating the level.
right, yeah. It's also worth mentioning here that while you're turning, you can't see very far to the side, so it can make turning and whatnot very stressful.
Yeah,
right, and here we have
kind of sneak up on you.
Yeah, here we're going to deliver some astronauts over to the waiting for the moon mayor, as the Queen has asked us to do. Alright, that was easy enough. Now the wedding looks completely full, and the Queen is satisfied. But lo and behold, we have to help the moon mare out here now with the attacking UFO.
It's the best boss in the game right here.
It's wonderful. It has a few predetermined spots that it could teleport to. But whatever spot it chooses to teleport to is, or not teleport to, I guess just move, is random. Not to mention the bombs that it throws and the bumpers lying around everywhere, which can easily trip you up a bit.
It's technically possible to like 2-cycle or even 1-cycle this boss by getting multiple hits per jump at him, but it's really difficult to control.
Right. And now we get introduced to the barrel bus. This bus actually has the properties of being a lot harder to flip over due to its round size, bus, or round shape. This bus actually turns a bit slower than the rest of the buses. That's not a problem, as it is very efficient at carrying these liquids to the saloons.
Very convenient ability for it to have for this level.
Alright, there we are. That level, I believe, is also the introduction to TNT in the game. Becomes a staple in the rest of the Old West levels. And here we are delivering cows. There's a very tight squeeze right here, which I managed to get. But I'm not quite fast enough to make it past the bumper there, so I gotta do a quick turnaround. Alright. The minimum amount of cows you could have through there is 5, so that worked out quite well. Alright. And now we are introduced to the cow bus, which has the ability to jump just like other cows do.
Yep. Cow bus is my favorite.
Alright. This is also a very quick introduction to bridges in this game, which like to tilt over, actually. The wonderful mechanic of the game.
Yeah, if you're not careful driving over these bridges, they will turn very fast, and it doesn't end well.
Alright. After we pass through the TNT factory, we go past the, just, you know, the field of bumpers. Fairly normal Old West. Alright. And after smashing through a couple TNT transportation trains, we're able to take out this trap that is threatening these cows that have wandered all the way out here. Alright, and we're good. The cows are safe. Now it's time to rob a train of $16.
If you thought the bank heist was a big deal, watch out.
So for this level, you could line up through the back of the train and actually drive through the train. Though the timing does become a bit tricky.
Yeah, this setup makes this level a lot easier than it could be.
It does. But I did jump a little too late there on that second. It's a TNT jump. I'm gonna see if I can't work with this here really quick. Oh. That should be fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We are, in fact, getting physicsed by the train.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna reset and try this again. That'll make it a little easier.
Yeah, with how fast the strat normally is, it's usually just a good idea to reset if you mess it up.
Alright, this is a good lineup here. Alright, there we go. Successful that time.
Nice.
Now comes one of the hardest levels in the game. This level features bandits which like to run into you and try to knock you off the stage. But there's a slight skip here that A is a little bit difficult, But B, if you do get it, it can save quite a bit of time, so I'm going to go for it a couple of times. But the trick involves picking up this power-up here, which has the strange property of getting you even more speed onto boost pads. And you could use that speed to run into the barrels over here near the edge. And potentially, if you get it right, oops.
Yeah, this is just like abusing the crap out of how weird these physics are.
Right, right. But it's a very specific lineup that you have to hit. It's too far to the left. Right, and with the difficulty of trying to get this trick and whatnot, it's still generally faster to try for it a couple of times than it is to try for the stage normally. Oh. That is way off angle. Alright, I'll try for this about 3 more times before I move on. That angle was alright, but I did not get enough height. That's a shame.
If you don't get this straight, you're just kind of at the mercy of the AI of these buses.
Right. Alright. I'm not sure this is gonna make it, but as long as it doesn't dump off the edge, I'll just continue from here. I think this is gonna fall short. That was close though. Alright. One more try and then I'll do the stage normally. Alright. So the general idea for doing the stage normally is to knock the buses either on their backs or off the edge of the stage.
Yeah, normally it's not too difficult to get most of them off, but once there's only like 1 or 2 of them left chasing you, it's really difficult to shake them and to actually knock them off the edge.
Right. You can kind of trick them into hitting themselves off the edge if you stay close to the edge there. But that only works a couple of times. Alright. The buses also have the amazing ability to run into each other, which can cause them to knock themselves around and off the stage, as you can see there. Alright, let's see. We got this bus here. I think I have 2 either wrecking into themselves or behind me. Oh, there was one behind me. There's the other behind me. Cool. That could potentially work out well for me, but... Alright, we got 2 left. I just heard 1 hit. Don't know where he's at though. Alright, let's go quick. Yeah, once you have just 1 bus left, the best way to hit him is to actually go very quick and then try to figure out where he's at. Because the bandit buses will not actually pick up speed on speed pads. Alright, that should send him off. There we go, yeah. Alright, cool.
Alright, nice.
Alright, now we experience the bridge mechanic to the fullest here. We have to knock over the bowling pins at the very end of this level. While maneuvering the bridge very carefully as the not tilted over and fall off.
As we've seen in the 8 buster level though, this bus is capable of driving at some pretty steep inclines.
Right, right. Alright, there we go. It's a sick home run.
Knocked it right out of the park with that one.
Yep. Now this totem here. As part of the deep lore of OmniBus, this totem is quite upset with us for being in the past of the Old West USA. He wishes to send us back to the future. But we're gonna say no and instead do what we do and drive into him.
It's the only thing OmniBus knows how to do.
Uh-oh. That's okay. That was a quick landing. Uh-oh. This guy is having none of it today. Oh. There we go. Okay. Now we just got one last hit on this guy. He's gonna unleash this very awesome cloud of air and whatnot, but you could just jump right over it and hit him if you're fast enough. But now we are done with the Old West. Now we're gonna go home to our sweet, sweet home. It requires you to collect as many chickens as you can. But as it also turns out, it's all a complete trick.
It was a trick.
And now for the finale, I'm going to end this level with this lovely chicken hat. This is also one of my favorite hats in the game.
Chicken hat's pretty great.
Alright, now we're on to the final bus, the driver. The driver believes us to be obsolete and wishes to take us out of commission. So as a result, OmniBus is going to band together with all its different forms and take them out. Alright, that was pretty good. This next part here is actually pretty tricky casually, but if you just drive straight forward and blow up right at the first ball, you could have a pretty easy time getting a nice hole for you to drive straight into the guy. And now this part here is actually fairly random, but time is right when you hit him after this part, which is looking possibly it's going to be good. No hopes up. Alright, here we are, and time.
Nice.
And that's OmniBus.
That
There we
was
go.
a good run.
Thank you. Wonder what the time was on that.
Looks like 21:59.
Alright, that's not bad. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. This has been OmniBus. Sub 22, yeah. Alright.
So you're thinking about giving to a car